Everybody, SoCal Thero here. Welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Today, I'm going to kind of go over some of the plans I have for this series on the channel, as well as we're going to be restoring a car that I pulled out of the junkyard, which is this right here. It's I think it's a Chieftain? Oh, sorry, no, it's a Bolt Roulette. So, this is a vehicle that I pulled out of the junkyard. In fact, all of the cars that you see over here are out of the junkyard. So we have our Crown Vic still here. There has been some changes to it. As you can see, there's actually nothing on it now. I'll go over that with you guys when I start building this thing up. But we have this, as well as we have two cars out here. We have a Adam Renton, so a DLC car here from the electric cars. And that's one of the ones we're going to be working on, as well as, I forget what these are called. Let me see. Sakura Takumi. I'm assuming it's how that's pronounced, but it's basically a Corolla 86. So we're going to go ahead and work on this car. So this car, the engine has already been restored. As you can see, I have the engine here. The entire engine bay is done. Minus like filling the fluid. So I'm going to get underneath the car right now. And we're going to work on this here. There you go. And then I'll kind of go over what the idea is for the series for you guys, so you have an idea of what I plan on doing. Let's see here. We need the front steering knuckle C, just for the other side. And there we go. And we need a front axle knuckle. So I took this car apart a while ago, and it's going to be a lot of like rebuying of parts, because I accidentally sold some of them when I was working on other cars. So I've been doing, as you can see from the experience, I've been doing a lot of work on this game, playing a lot of hours off camera. I don't know what it said was is it the lower suspension arm? It doesn't say. Okay. But I've been playing a lot of excuse me, a lot of off-camera gaming of this, because I wanted to get a lot of experience, and then I also wanted to get a lot of... Oh yeah, of course I don't have those. I wanted to get more vehicles and have them ready, and start getting to the point of where I was with Car Mechanic Simulator 18, which is just basically having a restoration shop and flipping cars. So I'm kind of there in a way, and I'll go over it with you guys how I'm kind of there and the stuff that I'll need to do to keep it like that. Whoops. So I don't have a lot of parts on me right now, just because I've been, like I said, I've been restoring them. Excuse me, man, I don't know what is up with my throat today, but I've been restoring a lot of cars, and I've also been destroying the parts that are damaged, because turns out they have a little bit of value to them, even if they're like fully blown out and you can't restore them, which is pretty cool with the with that storage container looking thing I have in the back of my yard here. Yeah, I'm not gonna know what that is. Whoops. I always go to there by default. There we go. We'll add that. So I need a front sway bar B. There you go. And then I need the steering. Yep, I need that. And I'll need some tie rods too. So 2 of those and 2 of those. So in regards to the channel and this series, obviously this is going to be a series that's on the channel for quite a while, just like 2018 was. There is a lot of cars that I own, and I will show you guys that here in just a second. My goodness, I already burned through all my rubber bushings. I'm not even towards the back of the car yet. At 8. So I'm going to leave the car just real quick. I think I have the parts left over here in my warehouse. So in the warehouse, there is different parts of the warehouse. See, I have like CVPI parts, Evo 9 parts, BMW M3 parts. Like, I have all the different parts for the different cars that I own. And I've been setting aside, that's why I'm a little poor too. I've been setting aside money so I can, whoops. Get rid of that. So I can just kind of go into a car and fully restore it with you guys. Like I already have the parts and whatnot, just to kind of help out with the length of the videos. This car is kind of an example of that, kind of like what we did before. Oh great, I don't have any of the wheels. I must have sold those off by accident. So if you guys weren't here for 2018, I would do a lot of, whoops. God, that's one thing I hate about this game still is the damn camera system. I did a lot of restores of modded cars, which I will be doing. I do have some mods in my game already. They may or may not come down the pipeline a little bit later on than they typically would. Like there might be a lot of the default cars. I don't have a starter. Okay. But in order to salvage me not having to take a bunch of jobs just to make money, what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing the default cars with you guys so you guys can see them. And eventually what I'll do is I'll sell them off. Well, not eventually, actually. I'll be selling them off as I do them. Other than there's like maybe 2 cars I don't want to sell off that are the default cars. One of them is the car that represents, well, not represents, but looks a lot like the Nissan Skyline, the R34. So that's going to be one of the cars that, if I find one, that car I still don't have. I have not had any luck in the junkyard in finding one of those, or on a barn find. So I'm looking at keeping that, keeping the vehicle that kind of resembles an Evo. And another vehicle I plan on keeping is the CVPI, which is over there. I've already restored a CVPI since this recording, so it's not anything that would be new to me in regards to restoring that other one. It should be fairly simple to do because I should have all the parts for it, as I don't have all the parts for this like I thought I did. So it should be just a matter of putting everything on it and then it'll be good to go. I do have the motor for it and it is completely done. It's all put together. I just have to drop it in there. But I wanted to do all that on camera for you guys so you guys could check it out and see it for yourself. I'm missing pretty much the entire other side of this car. As far as the suspension goes. Let's get that. And then this all together. The older car, so I think, nope, I was wrong. It uses B. There you go. And yep, I still have this. So some of the parts I do have, as you can see, I'm just going through the motions and getting them all sorted out. Yeah, I'm missing most of the other side, it looks like. And I've been hanging on to the parts as long as I can. It's just, there's been moments where I forget about it and then I accidentally sell it off. So that has been a thing. I need those, I need that, and I need that. Alright, so that's that side. And I find, for those of you that are new to the game, or if you're not sure how to do something like under this game mode where it's very hard, I find that doing the shopping list helps out a lot with trying to discover what type of part I need for a specific area if I get stuck. So just a little friendly heads up to you there. If you get stuck and you're doing the hardest game mode you can like this where you have to identify things, if you don't want to be stupid like me where I just buy it and assume it's the right one like that, you can always add it to your shopping list and see it from there. Luckily, a lot of these parts are from the 2018 version of this game, so it makes it a little bit easier to identify, but at the same time, too, there is times when it gets a little difficult. Alright, so this is all said and done. I think I just need exhaust parts now. And then the wheels and tires, obviously. Yeah, so front exhaust section I6B. Nice 6B. There we go. And then that looks like a middle muffler, and then the rear muffler V8 overhead valve. Yep. Cool. Pretty bad when I can guess it based on the shape. So we need 4 wheels. It says rim basic 2. Go ahead and find those. And we'll be able to roll with whatever we want. So, let's see, rim basic 2. Those are classics. Those are all numbered. There it is. We need 4 of these. I think it was originally size 14, so we'll go with that. And then tires, we're gonna just go with vintage tires. They're 14s. We'll do 205, 65. Kind of an odd setup, but we'll go with it. Might look a little tiny on this car. That's why I didn't want to go with too small of a sidewall there. Oh, yeah. I could have sworn I had those. Hang on. I could have sworn I had these wheels and tires. Maybe I put it in a different spot. No, that's definitely all the CVPI parts. Spoiler alert there. You can see the, whoops. You can see the, police lights for the top of it. It's pretty cool. That's for the Evo 10 that I have. So another spoiler alert, I do have an Evo 10 mod that's in here. And the Evo 10, oh man. The Evo 10 was definitely somebody's parts car. It was in the junkyard and it's nothing. There's literally nothing to it. Like, I had a hard time identifying it. It was so stripped. Alright, there we go. Try to get these wheels and tires balanced. Yeah, I originally had the wheels and tires for this thing, and they were like a matte black, but the rim was like a chrome. Not the outer rim, but like right in here where the lug nuts are. It looked pretty cool, but unfortunately I must have sold them or put them on something else not knowing. Yeah, those would have looked cool on this thing. Yeah, it's alright though. We're putting the wheels and tires on now. Let's see. I noticed something else with this game that's new that I didn't realize before, and I'll show you guys. Because with the junkyard cars, you always have to do this. They're so thrown out of whack. Alright, so we should be good to go. I already put plates on it. It's got California plates. I don't plan on keeping these cars, like I said, other than a few of them. So I'm not going to put like a personalized plate on it or anything. Let me see. Yep, it doesn't need anything else. So let's go ahead and put fluids in it. But yeah, with this series, I'm definitely going to keep my modded cars in the garage once I'm done restoring them. And the default cars, such as this one here, we'll enjoy them together as I restore them and put them back together. But in the end, I'm going to sell them so I can have money to continue to flip cars instead of having to take jobs on the side or do like a random oddball car flip. There we go. And let's get some oil in the engine here. I've been pretty lucky on funds. I've been going to the junkyard and just grabbing all the parts I can, and then whatever parts I can't repair, I break them down as scrap so I can use it for like a one-off crazy high build that I want to eventually make here in the game. And then the ones that I do repair, I end up selling them for money, so it almost is a wash, or sometimes I make money from repairing parts that I just find in the junkyard without even needing to take a car, which is pretty nice. There we go. All the fluids are topped off. It should be able to start now. So we'll go ahead and move it here. But as you see, like I said earlier, the CVPI has nothing in it. It's completely stripped. It turned into a parts car for the other CVPI that I rebuilt, as well as it turned into a it just turned into, let me just buy the parts for it and I'll have it ready to go for the next time. Whoops. So this is the thing that I was mentioning earlier that I didn't know about was a thing in the game, which is pretty cool. You have to do an alignment on your car too. You don't have to, but just being me, I like to make sure the alignment's correct on it. Oh, there we go. Then next we're going to take it to the paint booth. Unfortunately for this car, it doesn't have the blower coming out of the top of it, so that crawler cut there is kind of pointless, but it's cool either way. We're going to do the factory color. We're going to do the factory livery on it that I had on it earlier. Here it is. It's this one here. This is how I found the car too. It was painted like this, so that's the reason why it looked the way it did. Oh. And there we go. The car has been fully restored. We're going to go ahead and as soon as we can, we're going to come on. We're going to move it to the front here so we can check it out. Look at that, huh? Looking pretty good. A sweet looking ride. Alright. Ultimate test. Does it start? We haven't even started it yet. Yep, it starts and it sounds good. You guys can let me know in the comments below if you want to see it with the modded cars, but with these cars, the default game cars, I'm probably not going to take them out on the track to benchmark them to see how they do. You know what though? We will put it on the dyno real quick. Let's put it on the dyno and see how it does on the dyno, and we'll see what kind of readings we're getting out of it. It should be factory because it's just restored. Nothing else to it. Yep, been fully restored back to factory settings from the junkyard that it that it sat as before. And those fans are loud. Still cooling it down though. So let's go ahead and move it back out front there. And then I'll give you, oops, that's not it. I'll give you guys a little preview here of what we... Oh, wait a second. Where did that other car go? Oh, no. I think it went into the paint booth. Let me see. Yep, there it is. I always use entrance A. That's why we got thrown around there. Yeah, so let me show you guys a little preview here. So I do have some barn finds that I could do. I did take a few jobs on the side. But let you guys see what I have. So we have an M3 mod in here. Then we have this vehicle that kind of looks like a Beamer that we'll work on. A DeLorean, of course. Yeah, pretty cool having that mod in there. This is the Evo-like vehicle that I'm going to keep. That's one of the vehicles I'm going to keep. This is, I guess, equivalent to like a Civic hatch. This is equivalent to a Toyota Supra. Land Rover Defender, which is a mod. I've already restored one of these. They're pretty cool. DC Typhoon, similar to a Shelby Cobra. Then another DLC, the Nissan Silvia S15. I have one of those now. Ribison Z530, aka Nissan 350Z. I like how they threw all that around there to make it look different. Here's the Evo 10 mod that I'm talking about that I have. A Delray Custom, this Luxor Bowen, something like that. I have a van. It's a Dodge Grand Caravan mod, but here's the cool thing. I found it in the junkyard too. It's the Hellcat version of it, so you know we're going to be making that thing fast. Reptilia R2, aka a Chevy Corvette, basically. 90s era Corvette. Salem 1500 pickup truck, which is like a Ford F100. I got that in a barn find. This Bolt Cape Mark IV, again, I found that in the barn as well. A Sakura GT20, which is, I think, equivalent to a Jaguar. The Valison 2040, which is, of course, a Volvo. And finally, the last thing I found was a Salem Flamo, which I think that's supposed to be equivalent to a Pacer. I'm not totally 100% sure on that. So those are some of the cars we'll be restoring along with the stuff that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and see what this car is valued at. So I bought it for $4,099. I'm selling it for $43,918 for a profit of $39,819. So not too bad. That's a good chunk of change to get back, but unfortunately I'm going to be sinking it into this car here, which is the Crown Vic, with whatever parts I don't have, and then that's going to end up staying, and I'm not going to sell that. So unfortunately for me, it's not going to be a car I'm restoring and getting my money back. So I'll have to do something like this or one of the other cars that is sitting on the map here, like one of these. Definitely not one of the mods though, or that one, because that's gonna be something I keep. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and until next time, take care.